Alright, hello, welcome to another stream. We're going to be flying the Phoenix today, the A319, down from Heathrow to Florence. Had my eye on doing a flight into this airport for a little while. It's a pretty short runway, mainly 319s and Embraers and stuff that go in there, so thought this would be a nice opportunity to take out the 319. We're in the CFMs. I've decided to do it out of Heathrow. Time will tell, I guess, if that was a good idea. But we'll see. Now, let's connect to VATSIM as well. See all these. There we go. Other planes spawning in as they do at Heathrow. Now, I still have an issue with my restream chat. So I'm just going to pull up the chat on my on another desktop, and then I can at least read from there as and when. There we go. So yeah, we're flying the Phoenix using MSFS BA Assist. Don't think we've ever done a stream with this. I've been flying the Airbuses for quite some time now. I don't think I've actually done a stream with it, so you know, that'll be interesting. But I mean, do I like the Airbuses? Well, it's amazing to have the Airbus line up in the sim, at least the 319, 20 and 21. So, you know, I think we all know about BA Assist, so this is a project from a community member, Hadi, and mainly his work, pretty much. So, yeah, it's been a pleasure to fly the Airbuses. I mean, do I like the logic in the Airbus? Well, there's a lot that I like about it. There's some things that I don't. Well, that's coming from having flown the PMDG Boeing aircraft for years and years. So now as blind pilots, we have access to this. Now we could do GS exporting. This is one great thing about the Phoenix with the EFB, which you won't be able to see because I'm just sending my sim through. In terms of the visuals, I'm not sending all my, as usual, I'm not sending all of my stuff through because then you'll be able to see all my you know, everything that I'm doing on the PC, which I don't really want because, you know, there's private stuff, all sorts of things open. But yeah, what you can do through the EFB is you can board through SimBrief. What the fuck? Through SimBrief. Board through GSX, and it'll just automatically do it all for you. You just get it to load, and it will just call everything that needs to be called, call the fueler. So really seamless. Probably won't do it today. Can't be asked to sit here and watch some virtual passengers get on a plane. I'm just going to set up and get out. So, but you can do that, and it's pretty cool. The other thing is I don't think you'll be able to hear. Don't think you would be able to hear it anyway. Right. So we do have some things to do. So let's go here. I've got to remember how to do this. I haven't flown this thing in a while. So we're going to go My Flights. Then we're going to import on the EFB. Livery mismatch, yeah, no problem. So yeah, we're going to Florence, which I've never been to before. They yeah, have a very short runway, so we're going to deal with that, I guess. Mass and balance, load aircraft, and we're just going to go. So if we did real time, it would be 27 minutes. We can do GS exporting, but we're just going to do instant. Works for me. And for now, that's all we need to do, I think. So then we're going to come over here. We're going to go, not that, we're going to go init init request, and again the Phoenix will just pull all our info from SimBrief. Excellent. So AOC flight plan uplink is happening. So then we need to enter our flight number, which is just going to be Vision 2 Delta Whiskey. And cost index is going to be 50, and then cruise is going to be 370. Then we're going to go wind, and then we're going to go wind data request. See, there's some activity going on. So it's quite a nice view. I'll leave it on that view. I think the doors are open, so it's in the cabin, but you can hear what's going on. Right, so yeah, wind data request, and that is fine. Let's go and get some.
Way 27 left. Departure runway 27 right.
So we're planning 27 right by Maxiv.
70. Data link clearances are available. Surface wind 2007 knots. Variable between 160 and 250 degrees. Visibility 10 kilometers or clouds detected.
If anyone's in chat, just let me know if you can hear the VATSIM audio.
1017. Trend, no significant changes. Acknowledge receipt of information Charlie and report aircraft type and current QNH on first contact with Heathrow.
Alright.
Heathrow.
Now, I wonder if these guys are doing CPDLC. Let's try. So let's go here, easy CPDLC. Again, sorry, I know you can't see what I'm doing, but I'll talk through it anyway. So I'm just going to go here, go to ATC clearance, request PDC. We're going, so recipient EGLL. Fuck, what stand are we on? I think 503. We have info Charlie, and I'm just going to put in the remarks. So, blind pilot will need to position to runway. Start. Right, we'll send that off and just see if he's using PDC. He should be, but in the meantime, let's just go and program our departure. So we are doing. We know it's going to be 27 right, and it's going to be via Maxiv. Blah 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 blah. Is it Foxtrot? Something like Maxiv 1 what? Foxtrot? Yeah, okay, 1 Foxtrot, yeah. And we have the usual altitude restrictions at Heathrow and blah blah blah. So are we going to brief it? Are we hell? Let's make sure we got MSFSBA actually launched as well. So it's really interesting, of course, how this has been done, because the EFB tablet and the MCDU are obviously web browser extensions, so you don't even need to have BA Assist running for that. But BA Assist is obviously going to then allow all the readouts to come through to us and for us to manipulate switches and panels as well. What's that guy doing? Ah, did we just get a? Did we get a CPDLC message? No, I don't know, dude. This guy didn't respond, so I think we're just gonna get clearance by voice. Can't be fuck messing around with this. Didn't get anything come through anyway. Heathrow ground hello, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, and a319 503 with Charlie 1017. Clearance to Florence, please.
Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, Heathrow, hello. Clear to Florence on the Maxis 1 Foxtrot departure, squawk 0215. Info Charlie, QNH 1017.
Next, cleared Florence, Maxis 1 Foxtrot, squawk 0215, Vision 2 Delta.
Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, QNH 1017, acknowledge.
Affirm 1017, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey. I did read it.
2 Delta Whiskey, correct.
I said it to you when I first called you up, dude. How many times do you want me to tell you the QNH? Right, anyway, whatever. 0215, raise the squawk. Yeah. QNH, acknowledge. Well, I said it. I gave you the QNH, and I gave you the the star number. So. Okay.
Info ground, very good day, Virginia, Chromeo Heavy, clear of runway.
Oh my god, dude. Just people's mics on VATSIM. Like, what the hell was that? They gotta, I mean, there's this audio normalizer plug-in out, but it doesn't seem to quite work as I would want it to, but I mean, some people's mics are just horrendous. Right, whatever, let's turn that down, whilst we just finish up here then. Okay. Right. So, what do we need to do now? I think just take off performance. So, perf. And then we need to go over here to AFB. I'm going to just do it on here. So you sometimes get slightly different performance on the Phoenix EFB versus SimBrief, and I'll run. Let's run both just to see. It's quite interesting.
Current Oslo Airport transport, 7 Foxtrot departure, sport 7301, FN 804.
So we do calculate here, and then we send it to McDo. So Flex 68. Let's have a look. Yeah, so 154, 154, 159 with flaps 1.
1209 heavy, ready to connect.
And flexing 68. Yeah, so then if you run the performance numbers on SimBrief, I think it's probably. What about if we leave climb on here, or whatever it's called, extended climb? Even then, you get flex 67, 145, 145, 150. So, I don't know. The Phoenix numbers are always quite a lot higher. Not too sure why, but I guess it's also, you know, if it's a longer runway, then you may as well have higher V speeds to an extent. So, we'll roll with it. That's fine. I also need to. I almost forgot. I need to do my. Need to do init B page. So init B and mass and balance, and send that to the McDo so that you got data there. Okay. So it'll be 6,000, I think, is the altitude on this. Yeah, so we're just gonna, I mean, you're not gonna go above 6,000 anyway, so but we're gonna bug up 6,000. And what else? I also need to start up FSA. Yeah. And then, yeah, we're pretty much, I'd say, go to our PDC message. That never worked. Good to just go here and just start getting our APU on and get out of here, really. Have a listen on the outside to the APU starting up, shall we? And then we have to do our push. And of course, speak to this guy about getting repositioned. Should be well, the usual rigmarole. In terms of the sound set that comes with the Phoenix, I mean, I have no complaints. I think it's probably the best sound set, really. I mean, there's some maybe little gripes here and there with maybe some of the cabin ambience, but they're saying it's default. It's probably the best default sound set that comes with an aircraft, really. Okay, so we just need to remove the chocks and cones and all this ground power can go. That door needs to be closed. I'm not sure why that's still open. There you go, thank you. See how you could hear the APU from in the cabin there? Alright. So, we are pretty much ready to get pushed back over here. So let's see what this guy says. Ground Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, stand 503, ready for push and stop.
Vision 2 Delta Whiskey 503, push and start approved.
Push and start approved, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey. And any direction of which, or any idea which direction you want us to face? Just we're a blind sim pilot, so I can't see the layout for you.
Face east.
To the east, thanks, Jones. Right. Yeah, I didn't really know if there was a specific direction there. That's fine. So we're just going to go, we're heading 179, so we're going to just push nose left. That's
He's around speedbird 9 and 10 November. He's ready for push and start.
Just waiting for the
9 and 10 November, stand 508, push and start.
gear to be locked. I don't think you guys can hear
Push and
GSX.
start approved. Face
9
and 10 November.
All the ground services.
Ground good evening, Steward
Because it's
108 on out.
shit, and I can't add it through OBS for some reason at the moment. So yeah, it's fine.
And 543 by Charlie, Steward 108, thanks.
Okay, and
Either ground once again, hello, Virgin 8 Echo Romeo, Heavy Stand
Brakes
317,
release.
information Charlie, type A230 Neo, Ready to copy that for clear for Terrace Charles de Gaulle.
Virgin 8 Echo Romeo Heathrow, hello, I'll call you
Right.
in a minute, I'll just quickly pop into the toilet. If anyone else calls me, can you let them know?
Roger, I'll let them know. I think it's that Virgin 8 Echo.
Thank you very much.
Time to start up.
London ground, Speedbird 53 safely at ramp number 527. You did a fantastic job alongside your colleagues tonight. Thank you.
Oh, lovely. It's American. Speedbird 53 safely at the ramp.
Ground stepped away.
Sure.
Ground stepped away. Thank you very much from Speedbird 53.
Speedbird 53, man. Hell yeah, man.
So that's fine,
Speedbird.
thank you. Anyone calling me for taxi, please?
Right. That's engine 2 on. Oh. Oh. You got some PCU action going on.
Interground, good evening, shuttle 2 down to Airbus A320 502 with Charlie 1017 ISO on Manchester.
Shall we go for Heathrow? I'll send you a PDC. Romeo calling me for a clearance.
Affirmative Virgin 8 Echo Romeo, same 317 information. Charlie with A330, ready to copy that for clear for Terrace Charles de Gaulle.
Virgin 8 Echo Romeo Heathrow, hello, don't have a flight plan for you. Call your company and then call me back, please.
Roger.
Call your company. You still I gotta call the company. Don't have a flight plan. Call the company.
Sorry, who was that?
193 Alpha.
Well, there's realism and then there's realism.
Bravo Hotel 10
Right. Anyway, our pushback's just finished. Set flaps 1.
Delta QNH 1017, I say again, new range Delta Heathrow out.
Heathrow ground, Speedbird 901 November, ready for taxi.
Speedbird 910 November, taxi on Alpha, hold at
Taxi Alpha, all the tools, Speedbird 901 November.
Alright.
Heathrow that's gonna
I would say we're pretty much good to go. So let's see, who's
approved the FAC
we still have a tower online, don't we? I kind of wonder if we just call them, to be honest with you.
Just 421, taxi left Alpha, contact Heathrow ground 121.705.
Left Alpha 121.
I'm just gonna call this guy anyway and see.
Thank you.
3990, remain 27 left, clear to land, vacate left.
See if we can just skip ground.
Clear to left, tail end. Clear to land, runway 27 left, vacate left, tail end 296.
Heathrow Tower, good evening, Qantas 1 ILSG 7 left established.
Qantas 1, Heathrow Tower, hello, runway 27 left, continue approach, number 2, surface wind 222 degrees, that's no.
Continue approach, Qantas 1.
Tower, hello, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, we just pushed back off stand 503 as we're a blind sim pilot. We'll need to reposition 27 right whenever is possible with flow, if you could let us know. See if this guy is going to be understanding, or we're going to have to do messages and blah blah blah.
Sorry, last station calling, say again.
Oh, jeez. Hello, it's Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, we just pushed back off stand 503 and as we're a blind sim pilot we'll need to reposition direct to 27 right whenever is best in the flow, if you could let us know please.
Good evening, Mr. Bernard.
Excellent. Excellent.
Nana 01 uniform, Heathrow Tower, hello, runway 27 left, continue approach, surface winds 220 degrees, 9 knots.
Continue substantially.
Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, line up from my runway 27 right.
From 27 right, Vision 2 dollars. Oh shit, okay, well that was easy. Sure, I wasn't even really ready, but okay. Let's do that then. Yes. Got to turn takeoff assist on. And quickly just get our lights on. Yeah, okay, fair enough. I was hoping that would happen. I was hoping because it's VATSIM UK. Most of the guys at VATSIM UK kind of know who Vision are, and they just, you know, they just kind of, as soon as they just hear about it, they know, or maybe even just a call sign, they know.
135805, FedEx 120. Qantas 1, runway 27 left, clear to land.
27 left, clear to land, Qantas 1.
LN 390, contact Heathrow ground 121.705.
200 now, 121, 705, KLM 390, bye bye.
Bibird 193 Alpha, taxi link 21, link 23, hold off 1, runway 27 left.
2123, hold off 1 to 193 Alpha.
Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, runway 27 right, clear takeoff, surface winds 22 degrees at 9 knots.
27 right, clear takeoff, Vision 2 dollars. Alright then.
Bibird 193 Alpha, behind passing A319. From Alpha Tree, runway 27
Like
right.
such.
Behind the departing traffic lamp behind 193 Alpha.
knots. 100. Rotate.
East Tower, hello, Super 901 in November.
Gear up.
So 910 November, Heathrow Tower, hello, hold out 327.
Hold up of 327 right, Super 901.
Autopilot on. And off we go.
Good 193 Alpha, runway 27 right.
Can't complain about that. That was a damn nice takeoff roll. Climb power. We had such a high flex temp, you don't really notice the climb power on this. If you were in a 321 or something, maybe you would. Flaps clear.
Qantas 1 vacated 27 left successfully.
Qantas 1, contact Heathrow ground 121.705.
121.705, Qantas 1, bye-bye.
Bibird 901 uniform, runway 27 left, clear.
27 left, catch a land, sugar time 7 uniform.
Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, contact London Control 1135.805.
Over to London, sorry, say again, frequency?
135.805.
135805, thanks, Vision 2, let's get back.
To Nana 10 November, via Alpha Tree, runway 27.
Go.
And Golf Tango Yankee, what approach are you looking for?
Everyone's all the audio is so variable on VATSIM. Like I've got my V pilot cranked up. This guy is pretty average. Like this controller's pretty loud. It's fine. Tower was quiet. It's just it's impossible.
Goal cushion speed with 745 contact. Gatwick direct contact. Heathrow direct
surely leveling.
119.730. Bye bye.
Another restriction, which we briefed, 60.
Ryanair 5 Kilo India, flying heading of 065, descent, flight level 70.
Heading 065, 70, Ryanair 5 Kilo India.
Hello radar, Welling 6019, flight level 160, descending to 130.
Building 6019 London, hello, Roger. Golf Tango Yankee, you can expect the RMP, runway 20, descend flight level 70.
Expect RMP 20 and descend level 70. Do you want us to descend now, Golf Tango?
Golf Tango, yes please, just get you below overall.
Okay, I'll descend now.
FedEx 12091,
Busy.
Unicom 122 days, Malay, bye bye.
122 Malay, FedEx 120
London Hello, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, Max 1 Foxtrot, that's 60.
Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, London Control, hello to you sir, climb it now, flight level 170.
Climb now, flight level 170, Vision 2 Delta. Alright, 170.
Square 1 on Alpha, passing 4,000 on the Omlat 1 Foxtrot, climbing 6.
And of course it's an Airbus, so
Vision
we're going to
193
pull
Alpha,
the
London
knob.
Control, hello to you, climb
So
down,
go into
flight
open
level
climb.
140.
Another 140.
That's what she said. Right, go. Thank you. There you go.
London Control, Seabird
You
70,
can hear
Zurich 1 Hotel, coming flight level 120.
that
Seabird 70 Quebec, London, hello, descent flight level 80.
the
8070
climb was
Quebec.
successful.
Easy 7, correction, Easy 378, climb flight level 170. Climb flight level 170.
Flip it over to standard as well.
FedEx
Now.
2256, route direct Gaga,
So now cleared on the flight level.
170.
And
Direct Gaga on flight level 170.
yeah, there we go. We're on our way to Florence.
Seabird, correction, Ryanair 5 Kilo India, descent to altitude 3,000 feet, QNH is 1016. Fueling 6019, descent flight level 8.
So yeah, I've got to say, I mean, in terms of sort of setup, you know, the aircraft setup, Phoenix is really easy.
London Control 127,
Just because it's so integrated. I mean, you know, especially the loading of the aircraft, the importing from SimBrief. You don't need SimBrief downloader. And of course, you don't need that in the PMBG if you use the tablet or something. But of course, the tablet is not natively accessible in the PMBG. Whereas right out of the box now, with the BA Assist browser extensions, you can do all that yourself perfectly fine.
Contact London Control 129.430. Bye bye.
129.430, Vision 2 Whiskey. Have a good evening. Bye bye.
Ryanair 4 Romeo, will you have forward for contact?
Descent altitude 3,000 feet.
Alright, next guy. There we got full staffing. Great. London Hello, Vision 2 Whiskey, climbing for 170.
Vision 2 Whiskey, London Hello, thank you. Climb flight level 290.
290, Vision 2 Whiskey. Alright, cleared up to 290. Excellent.
Did you want Papa Charlie, runway 20, cleared land, the surface wind variable 2 knots.
Obviously we're above 10,000 now, so we have continued to speed up. That's quite a nice view. Let's see it on that view. Probably can't see much in the sim, I don't know. Probably can't see much because it's, well, we're on real time, so it's going to be night time, despite the fact that sunset is getting later in the UK. Finally, it's still not quite at the stage where it's setting this late. So.
London 4 Whiskey, turn left heading 290 degrees.
Yes.
Turn left heading 290 degrees, Alaska 778, contact Brussels 131.1.
131.1 on that.
Just inbound Midhurst, which is your classic London waypoint for those who are familiar with London's airspace.
Logan 4 Echo Whiskey, descent altitude 2,500 feet, there's no ATC speed restriction.
Descent 2,500 feet, no ATC speed restriction.
Logan 4 Echo Whiskey, left turn.
Yeah, really excellent aircraft, the Phoenix. I mean, you know, it's at the point now where it's very tough when someone's getting into flight sim, where you kind of say, you know, where should I start? Should I start with the Phoenix Airbus lineup, or should I, you know, go to the PMDG? And I would genuinely say, you know, you can't go wrong with either as a blind pilot now. You really can't. Now, is TFM a little bit more polished than BA Assist? Yes, in my opinion, it probably is a little bit more polished. But then it's also more expensive, right? As are the PMDG aircraft on the whole. So, if you were getting into this and you wanted to get just the Phoenix A320, and use BA Assist, you can do that, right? I mean, there's a little bit more to BA Assist. Obviously, you have to activate the browser extensions as well, and have the browser windows open. But that's, you know, that's fine.
Looking for Echo Whiskey, runway 20, clear to land, the surface winds variable 2 knots.
But I mean, I would say there's no reason why you can't choose to start out now with an Airbus instead of a PMDG product. And of course, you know, yeah, you get the two engine types, the CFMs and the IEs. I'm very eagerly awaiting the Phoenix Neo lineups with the Leaps and the Pratts, obviously. But knowing Phoenix, that's probably not going to be any time soon. So yeah, you're just going to have to wait for that one. But
Looking 5 Bravo Romeo, altitude prepare. Given 5 Bravo Romeo, London, hello, thanks, score 5651, it's the Vassex 1 Golf arrival for Gatwick. 5651 and the Vassex Golf for Gatwick. Griffin 5 Bravo Romeo.
yeah, I cannot recommend the Airbuses enough. I think overall, in my personal opinion, anyway, I'm most at home with Boeing logic. So the way that the FMC works and stuff, and the particularly certain Airbus quirks kind of wind me up. For example, when you go, if you're trying to clean up your flight plan and you're on a heading and you clean up your flight plan in the MCDU and it tries to go direct, that winds me up because I'm like, no, I did not say that. I did not ask you to do that.
Morning, good evening. Emirates
French
70,
Airbus.
flight level, passing flight level 100, heading 090.
Emirates 70 London.
But there's also points where it's very intelligent. So I think I feel most at home with Boeing logic. But in terms of the sim and
Griffin 5 Bravo Romeo, when ready,
which aircraft is
level 10.
kind of the better package, like sounds, systems, modeling, integration, that's the Phoenix. There's no doubt it's the Phoenix.
fly heading.
Yeah, I mean, like everything, it depends what you want to.
7 Island General,
Where you want to fly, everyone's going to have a preference, right? But it's amazing that we can now learn Airbus logic properly. I mean, you can study the theory. I knew it wasn't too tricky for me to kind of get into it, and for some people because they'd already had some experience playing around with the fly-by-wire Neo, and also just knew some of the theory. But you know, then of course trying it out in practice in busy situations. On VATSIM or whatever, it's a whole different
to Southampton, taxis number 5, you know.
My guy's going into Southampton. I need to fly into Southampton. Take the 319 in there. Yeah, that'd be cool. Let's see. Yeah, typical slow Airbus climber climbing at 1,400 feet a minute through flight level 260. Even in a 319. So yeah, typical slow Airbus climbs. The one thing I will say about the Phoenix that is probably a consideration is it is a little bit heavier on performance than the PMDG. So if you do have a low...
breast control 125.5.
1255 vision 2 dollars. Have a good evening.
P2.
Right.
School 5646, Red Dragon 19 Foxtrot.
Go Dragon 19 Foxtrot. Can you
yeah, it is a little bit heavier, so if you do have a low end system, then that's also something you should probably
are we okay at
consider. But even I noticed,
you know, 3.5, but I'm going to have to
just a bit more lag, a bit more,
with the company
you know,
traffic, or 370
system usage in Phoenix compared to the PMDG.
Then.
Thank you. Veteran 19 Foxtrot, climb level 370, direct D-log.
Flight level 390, direct D-log, Red Dragon 19 Foxtrot.
Alpine 509 Lima, descent altitude 3,000 feet.
3,000 feet, Alpine 509 Lima.
Alpine 15 Tango Whiskey, descent altitude 3,000 feet.
Descending 3,000 feet, Alpine 15 Tango Whiskey.
With 8 Kilo Tango, descent level 70.
I wonder if this guy has CPDLC.
Alpine 509 Lima, turn right, heading 350, clear to LS approach, runway 03.
Yes, he does. It's LFXX.
Right, 350 and clear to LS, runway 03, Alpine 509 Lima.
Vous voulez la True Echo, ready for push stop?
Back, France Soleil 91, Quebec, Bravo.
They're really encouraging people to use CPDLC on VATSIM now, especially in Europe. I mean, it's used in real life so much that it just really eases controllers' workloads, especially, you know, just up a cruise. So there's just less people checking in.
Vous voulez Echo ready for push and stop?
With 2 Echo push and start approved facing west.
Trying to get in on this frequency. Control hello vision 2 whiskey level 290 and CPDLC. Excellent.
Baguette 98 Charlie Sierra, bonsoir, identifié le direct Rospo, maintien 340.
Direct Rospo, maintien le 340, French, Baguette 98 Charlie.
Yeah.
65 Bravo, level 350.
Okay, first Osprey 2 Delta Whiskey, bonjour, identified, climb level 370.
370 vision 2 whiskey.
And climb 65 Bravo, bonjour, identified.
Alright, 370.
Well, there are 8 Kilo Tango, reduce speed 220 knots. Upon 15 Tango Whiskey, speed 250 knots until advised.
250 until advised, Alpine 15 Tango Whiskey.
And Alpine 18 Mike Foxtrot, will you be ready upon reaching? Upon 18 Mike Papa, you ready for departure?
Affirm 18 Mike Papa.
18 Mike Papa via Alpha, the wind is variable at, light and variable, the wind runway 03, clear for takeoff.
Again, Golf runway 03,
Upon 509 Lima, speed 160 knots, maintain until 40 aiming.
160 until 4 Alpine 509 Lima.
For the 8 Kilo Tango, continue descent altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1019. Upon 15 Tango Whiskey, 10 right, heading 340.
Right 340, Alpine 15 Tango Whiskey.
Red Dragon 19 of Foxtrot Golf, recycle score 5650. Got him 6578 over to advisory 122.8, bye bye.
First advisory 122.8, 6578, thanks.
Soleil 91 Québec, Bravo, le vent à Brest du 180 pour 9 nœuds, piste 25 gauche, autorisé atterrissage.
Piste 25 gauche, autorisé atterrissage, je pense que c'est bon, ok, bon.
Over there, 8 Kilo Tango, speed 200 knots. Alpine 509 Lima, wind light and variable, runway 03, cleared to land.
Runway 03, cleared to land, Alpine 509 Lima.
Alpine 15 Tango Whiskey, speed at 200 knots.
Speed 200, Alpine 15 Tango Whiskey.
With the 8 Kilo Tango, descent altitude 3,000 feet, QNH 1019. Alpine 15 Tango Whiskey, 10 right, heading 360, cleared ILS approach runway 03.
Right 360 in clear ILS approach 03, Alpine 15 Tango Whiskey.
What if you got 2 Echo, was for taxi?
Alpine 18 Whiskey, question Alpine 18 Mike Papa identified, climb, flight level 280.
Flight level 280.
Right there, 8 Kilo Tango, you're cleared ILS approach, runway 03, number 3. Right there, 2 Echo, confirm ready for taxi.
Confirm ready for taxi, vous l'êtes
Right, so where are we? Let me see, sorry, I was just checking something out. Oh, well, we're doing alright, we're nearly at 350, so we have 2,000 more feet to climb.
And then we are Papa, direct Orbato.
At the cruise level to Florence. So does anybody know anything about Florence? I don't really. Machiavelli.
Speed 180 knots for greater until 60 m.
Short runway, probably a nice place to visit. I'd like to go on a little city break to Florence and see that being fun.
For the 8 Kilo Tango, speed 180 knots, maintain until 60 m.
So somebody's going to come and tell me it's an absolute shithole, but it has an ILS, I can tell you that. That's some of these stupid little Italian airports, little airports in general, of course. You see them and think, oh, that'd be fun to fly into. Oh, no, there's no ILS. Which, for anyone who knows anything about blind pilots, you know, I mean, not the end of the world. You can try for an RNAV, but, you know, you might you might land, you might not. Depends, really. Depends on the RNAV. Depends if it requires a visual segment or if it's straight in. But yeah, so we always prefer an ILS if we can get one, because you know, it's going to be a much more straightforward approach, which is what we need.
Plane 509 Lima, taxi straight ahead, and your stand is number 7.
Taxi straight ahead, and stand number 7, volonté Alpha Jordan Lima, merci.
Plane 2502 to give way to, sorry, volonté 2502, give way to the EasyJet A320, crossing right to left, and then continue taxi Romeo, holding point Alpha, runway 03.
Behind the EasyJet traffic, yeah, Romeo, continue to Alpha, holding point runway 03, yeah, 2502.
And Volta 2412, same for us, request taxi for runway 03, please.
With 2412, you can follow the company via Romeo, holding point Alpha, runway 03.
Following the company traffic via Romeo to Alpha, runway 03, Volta 2412.
Voltaire 7 Lima Victor, you cleared to Strasbourg, Angers 4 November departure, initial climb 5000, scope 1000. The 7 Lima Victor, is that correct? Report ready. Alpine 15 Tango Whiskey, wind light and variable, runway 03, cleared to land.
Clear to enter runway 03, Alpine 15 Tango Whiskey.
Alpine 8 Kilo Tango, reduce speed now 160 knots. What's that? 8 Kilo Tango, speed 160.
Voltaire.
Soleil 91 Québec, bravo, et bien roulez vers votre, pardon, la porte.
I'm programming our arrival. So it's the Gapney 1 Victor arrival for runway 5. So we're going to go here, we're going to go this. Arrivals. So.
Mauvaise fréquence.
Do we want the ILS Yankee or Zulu?
Pour Air France, Papa Juliette.
Well, let's just try it with the Zulu. I just want to see what transitions we have. Okay, well there's a whole bunch of arrivals from this waypoint. The one sim we've wanted was the 1 Victor, so okay. And then we want to take it via...
Are you able
let's have a look.
EGLL just eyes or not?
Affirm.
YouTube, maybe?
Line 15 Tango Whiskey, welcome to Nantes.
If that is here.
Taxi, your stand is number 5.
Stand number 5, Alpine 15 Tango Whiskey.
What is there? 8 Kilo Tango, wind is light and variable, runway 03, clear to land.
Doesn't look like it is. Let's just see how that looks, shall we? If we don't take a transition.
Bonjour, 378 Tango Lima, le transpondeur 1000, identifié et procédé direct Angers.
Let's see.
Okay, 7
This is another thing that annoys me with these. Airbuds, you have to scroll one waypoint at a time.
And Voltaire 2 Echo, report inside of the company traffic, short final 03.
Yes, inside, Voltaire 3 Echo.
Voltaire 2 Echo behind the landing traffic via Alpha, runway 03, line up and wait behind.
Behind traffic, line up and wait, Voltaire 3 Echo.
Let's see. Yeah. Looks good. Yeah, that looks fine. We don't need to transition. Okay. So basically it takes us round and then down and
Mayday, engine fire, request to divert to land.
3,000 and then we
18 Mike,
pick up the ILS.
Mayday is acknowledged, attempt 2112, and say again your intention.
Okay, yeah, that works for me then. I mean, I don't expect we're going to get ATC, but you never know. So there seems to be, as is always the case with Italy, a million arrivals into the airport, all coming from the same point, and a million different possible transitions. So, you know, it could get changed. But if we fly that as is, then it's fine by me.
Essentially, level 150, Alpine 18 Mike Papa.
Voltaire 8 Kilo Tango, if able, taxi via Romeo, your stand is number 3. Voltaire 2 Echo, wind is light and viable, runway 03, clear for takeoff.
Clear 03, clear for takeoff, Voltaire 2 Echo.
Voltaire 2502 behind the departing company A320, runway 03, line up and wait behind.
Yeah, 2502 behind company aircraft, the line
Ryanair 1 Charlie Charlie, contact RAF 133.005, goodbye.
133, 005, Ryanair 1 Charlie Charlie, flight.
BT74 Delta Romeo, contact London 129.430, bye-bye.
Contact London 129.430, 74 Delta.
Baguette 98 Charlie Sierra, arrivée Rospo 8 Charlie, et dès que prêt, descendez niveau 150.
Arrivée Rospo 8 Charlie, on descend maintenant 150 French, baguette 90, Charlie.
Voltaire 7 Lima Victor, taxi straight ahead on Romeo, holding point Alpha, runway 03.
Romeo for Alpha.
Voltaire 2502, wind is light and viable, runway 03, clear to takeoff.
Voltaire 2502, clear for takeoff runway 03.
Device 902, direct Manag. Edelweiss 92, direct Manag.
Direct Manag for Voltaire 2 Echo.
Negative, that's for Edelweiss 92. Edelweiss 92, affirme direct Manag. Voltaire 2 Echo, bonjour, identified, and continue climb flight level 290.
290, Voltaire 2 Echo.
Alpine 18 Mike Papa, turn right, heading 220.
On right 220, Alpine 1.
French Baguette 98 Charlie Sierra, direct Romeo Bravo 407.
Direct Romeo Bravo 407, French, baguette 90, Charlie.
Voltaire 2412, sorry, Voltaire 2412 via Alpha, runway 03, line up and wait.
And open wait 03 via Alpha, Voltaire 24 South.
This control, hello, Taylor, cover Mike, radio check.
Keep up a mic, I read you 5, however I do not cover the Jersey in of the islands there, deposit on the above 195 please.
I thought you was covered, okay, thanks, Dylan.
Edelweiss 92, contactez 133 décimal 005, au revoir.
On passe avec un contrôle de 133, de vol
Brother 2502 identified, continue climb, flight level 290. Brother 2412, the wind is light and viable, runway 03, clear to take off.
Clear for takeoff 03, velocity 20 foot south.
Easy 5688, bonjour, identified. The 5688, confirm the requested level again. The 5688, climb now, level 370. Pardon, French Baguette 98 Charlie Sierra, descendez altitude 5000 pieds, QNH 1019.
5000 pieds 1019, French Baguette 98 Charlie Sierra.
And applying 18 Mike Papa, descend flight level 100.
Descend flight level 100, Alpine 18 Mike Papa.
Roger 2412 identified, climb level 90.
Flight level 90, velocity 20 foot south.
Roger 7 Lima Victor via Alpha, the wind is now 170 degrees at 2 knots, runway 03, clear to take off. Roger 2412, continue climb, flight level 290.
Flight level 290, velocity 20 foot south.
Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, contact Paris 135.410, goodbye.
135410, confirm Vision 2 Delta?
Favor.
Thanks. Okay, I just called that. As soon as you you just know, don't you? As soon as you step away from the PC for 1 second, they're going to hand you off. Wow, what are we doing? 135410. It's Paris control. Bonjour.
France 011, request position Echo 20, please.
Bonjour, oui, baguette.
Cross 08 left on Romeo, stand echo 20, thank you very much, France 011.
Not to forward a request for the taxi.
Well, you know, it's all me talking about CPDLC. The last guy didn't even accept my log on. So, can't even be bothered if they're not going to accept it.
That was not loud enough. Can you please repeat?
See, now this guy is super quiet. Got to adjust my volume.
Could you speak a little bit louder, please?
On that.
Color 240, do you prefer Terminal 1 or Terminal 3?
Terminal.
That in front of us would be good.
Terminal.
Roger, in that case, taxi via Alpha, stand X-ray 4.
Via Alpha to X-ray 4, thank you, Condor 240.
Press control, good day, Virgin 8 Echo Romeo Heavy, flow 250.
Virgin 8 Echo Romeo, in on 25 de Bivac 9 Echo arrival.
Here, Bivac 9er Echo arrival, Virgin 8 Echo Romeo.
Well, I just took a screenshot of the stream and it says an airplane against a dark, starry sky. Well, there you go. That is. Yeah, that sounds right to me. That sounds right to me. So. Good to know.
13 Alpha Golf, descent for level 100.
Descent to 100,
Aircraft 671 Alpha, Sierra Molba 1 Echo, station
Raise
number
the
1
synapse and just increase my PC performance a bit. It's kind of not loving life here. I'm gonna lie.
From 671 Alpha, clear the Molba 1 Whiskey transition, ILS runway 25. From 671 Alpha.
671 Alpha, go ahead.
FM, clear the transition Molba 1 Whiskey, take ILS runway 25.
Molba 1 Whiskey, transition for the ILS 25 from 671 Alpha.
Boost and high. There we go. Now we got some better performance.
Virgin 8 Echo Romeo, speed 250 knots or less.
250 or less on the speed, Virgin 8 Echo Romeo.
8 Echo Romeo, correct. And when you're ready, descend to level 100.
When ready, descend 100, Virgin 8 Echo Romeo.
River 13 Alpha Golf, speed 250 knots.
Repeat 1 Alpha Golf.
13 Alpha Golf, speed 250 knots.
Speed 250 down, Alpha.
On speed 2 Delta Whiskey on frequency.
2 Delta Whiskey, hello, 370.
2 Delta Whiskey, and 125 direct to Moki.
Sorry, I just had to turn you up a bit there. Say again, the way.
On speed 2 Delta Whiskey, proceed direct to Moki. Mike Oscar Kilo India Papa.
Direct Mokip, Vision 2 Delta. Okay.
LIRQ 44 Tango Lima, direct de Didac.
Trying to see if this guy has CPDLC.
LIRQ 44 Tango Lima, direct de Didac.
But,
Direct Didac 44 Tango Lima.
Who knows?
LIRQ 19 Novembre Alpha, direct
Right,
Didac.
so what are we going to go? We're going to do direct here to a waypoint.
First control, bonsoir. Swiss 2814 is at flight level 265, climbing 380 inbound to Heathrow.
Swiss 2814 est loin d'entrer direct au bureau, climb flight level 380.
Direct au bureau and climb flight level 380. Swiss 2814.
There we go. Yeah, let me check out this guy's ATIS page and see if he has a CPDLC.
Paris contrôle Pencheur, Fuller 42, Echo Alpha pour un test radio. Dernier rapport.
Because
c'est LIRQ 42, Echo Alpha pour un test radio.
No,
On parle LIRQ 42, Echo Alpha pour un test radio.
Ok, 1h42,
Nice.
Echo Alpha, Papa 12 avec une information Delta sur Orly. Demande au clairancement de départ sur Toulouse et prêt à recopier.
RKD Echo Alpha, la mise en route approuvée pour Toulouse, piste 24, départ RX 2 Whisky, niveau 80, transpondeur midi.
Ok, autorisation de départ sur Toulouse, piste en service 24, RX2 Whisky, monte initial 080 avec un transpondeur 1000. 1h42, Echo Alpha.
RKD Echo Alpha, correct.
Ok, on vous rappelle prêt pour l'obsège mise en route.
Easy 57 Delta Zulu, contact 133.005, c'est pas
133.055 is 57 Delta Zulu.
For 3 Jet Mike, sorry for that. Turn left, direct to India Golf 09 left.
You see, this guy's thing says CPDLC log on
Left direct
LFXX
to India Golf 09, I
as
expect
well.
correction for LS
They're not using CPDLC, are they? They can't be. I'm going to ask this
And
guy.
sorry again, 3 Jet Mike.
That's really... It's kind of disappointing if they're not using CPDLC. They should be. Really, but okay.
Cars Control, very good evening.
It's kind of busy frequency, but yeah.
Inbound Exfidel.
You got 3 Papa Golf, Taylor at Altified, Clear Feedback, 9 Echo.
And this guy's still being really quiet, so I've got to whack the volume way. Raging.
When ready, descend flight level 100, speedbird 3 Papa.
And Paris Vision 2 hours. Could you have CPDLC?
Oh,
for fuck's sake.
Repeat for speedbird 3 Papa Golf, you're drowned out.
3 Papa Golf, BBAX, 9.
Yeah, you were drowned out because you're not using CPDLC, and if you were using CPDLC, then you would have less traffic queuing up on the frequency.
Control, bonsoir, Together 454 with information Delta on board. Request an AFR clearance to Nantes.
Okay, Together question 454.
It cannot be using CPDLC because this guy says LFXX, which looks like that's just got to be a generic.
Expecting 09 left, L'Aigle 6 kilo, initial flight level 100 and squawk 1000 Together 454.
Together 454, read back right. Space 2814, contact 133.005.
This guy, this breast control also said...
133.005, Swiss 224, merci, the point.
That also says LFXX. So yeah, they're not using it. So I don't know. It's kind of poor, to be honest with you, because there's been such a big drive recently on VATSIM to try and get people to use CPDLC. So yeah, I don't quite get that. But we'll listen out on frequency instead. It's fine.
What is it? 7 Lima Victor Elo identified. Climb side level 260. Proceed direct to Delta.
Select Delta and 330. Yes, deliverable for me. I'm going to start with 7 Lima Victor.
I hear you very quiet. Confirm 260 or 230.
Request Patronus 330.
I have your request. I will call you back. Seabird 13 Alpha Golf, turn left heading 145.
Testing 145 to the 13 Alpha Golf.
On our 3 Jet Mike number 1, wind 15 degrees 7 knots, runway 09 left, 8 knots.
Clear 09 left, contact 3 Juliet Mike.
Virgin 8 Echo Romeo, descent side level 70.
Level 70, Virgin 8 Romeo.
You can hear the
Control, good
standby
evening, Easy Street
instruments
2,
ticking away
Whiskey
if you
Hotel
listen
with the flight
carefully.
level 289, descending 250.
Right, so we need to set up our destination runway in this thing.
Whiskey Hotel, hello, Identified, cleared VBAX 9 Echo arrival.
Runway 05.
Cleared on the Vivax 9 Echo arrival, Easy Street 2, Whiskey Hotel.
Boy, that's another really loud pilot.
Victor, climb side level 330.
Thank you very much.
Galère 44 Tango Lima, direct Valax.
Direct Valax, 44 Tango Lima.
Prends Papa Juliette pour plus bas.
En 52, Papa Juliette, je vous rappelle.
Right. Anyway, now another thing you have to do in the Airbus that you don't have to do in the MDG, of course, is enter your destination data. Now, let's have a look. It's not the longest runway, so in terms of performance, we're going to obviously do flap full. And it wants auto brake medium, gives us a VAP 130. The runway says it's only 4,774 feet, so we we can do it, it's not a problem, but yeah, this is what I said into Florence. They only take I think BA take 320s actually, but mostly it's like Embraers or whatever, 319s probably.
Ik ga voor de direct voor de Airbus 6718.
6718 Alpha, proceed direct to Mike Echo Delta Whiskey Yankee and descend side level 70.
Mike Metry and descending 70.
So yes, we need to go here, we need to go to our arrivals
and 671 Alpha, it disregard the last message.
Enter some data. So winds are 120/3. QNH is 1025. Yeah, and temperature is 11, I think. Yeah, there we go. So there we go, we've put that in. It's been a nice day in Europe, actually. Well, Europe, that's very broad, but you know, at least around this part anyway. The UK has actually had some pretty decent weather today. Up to about 14, 15 degrees. It's going to come way back down. I think it's going to rain tomorrow on Friday. At least where I am, but yeah, it's been good, so I guess yeah, it makes sense. It's pretty been pretty nice in France as well. Oh, not France, in Florence,
and expect runway 08
where we're landing.
Repeat the flight 7 and expect ELS 08 2013.
Sergeant 8 Echo Romeo, turn left heading 145, descend 5,000 feet, QNH 1019.
Descend 5,000 feet, left 145, QNH 1019, Virgin 8 Echo Romeo.
Sergeant 8 Echo Romeo, correct, and expect ALS runway 08 right.
We'll expect ALS 08 right, Virgin 8 Echo Romeo.
Air France 52 Papa Juliette, descendez niveau 130.
Au niveau 130 Air France Papa Juliette.
About 3 Papa Golf, expect ILS runway 09 left, and descend side level 70.
Expect ILS 09 left and descend flight level 70, speed with 3 Papa Golf.
671 Alpha, descend 3,000 feet, QNH 1019.
3000 on 019, FL 671.
EZ32 Whiskey Hotel, descend flight level 100.
Descend flight level 100, EC32 Whiskey Hotel.
Lunaire 42, Echo Alpha, Papa 12, prêt à repousser.
Lunaire 42, Echo Alpha, repoussé à la mise en route approuvée face à l'est.
Face à l'est, on va à peu près pour le roulage. Echo 42, Echo Alpha.
Seabird 13 Alpha Golf, turn left heading 115, cleared at 08 right.
Heading 115, clear 08 right, 113 Alpha Golf.
Air France 52 Papa Juliette, descendez niveau 80.
Niveau 80, Air France Papa Juliette.
Air France 671 Alpha, from Medway, cleared at approach runway 25.
Automatically for the ILS approach, runway 25, level 60, normal off.
Cuba 3 Papa Golf, after call left, fly heading 135.
After call left, fly heading 135, Cuba 3 Papa Golf.
Hello, 3 Juliet Mike, vacated Kilo 6.
Alors 3 Juliet Mike, continue taxi via Kilo 6, cross runway 09 right. After crossing, taxi right on Quebec.
Hello, 3 Juliet Mike, continue via Kilo 6, crossing runway 09 right approach, thereafter right on Quebec.
Seabird 13 Alpha Golf, speed 180 knots until 6 miles.
190 knots at 6 miles, final speed of 130.
52 Papa Juliette, vitesse 220 knots.
220 knots, Papa Juliette.
Virgin 8 Echo Romeo, expect further speed reduction in 2 minutes.
Roger, we'll expect further speed restriction for Virgin 8 Echo Romeo.
Air France 52 Papa Juliette, descendez niveau 6 à 0.
Niveau 6 0, Papa Juliette.
Osprey 2 Delta Whiskey, monitor advisory 122, goodbye.
Advisory for Vision 2 Delta Whiskey. Alright, over to
3 Juliet Mike, request Quebec.
Unicom.
Alors 3 Juliet.
Yeah, in terms of what options you have with this aircraft, so this is the 319. I personally prefer the CFMs on the 319 because I just think they kind of suit the 319. There's also a special, I think, slightly higher powered CFM engine that you can get on the 319 that American Airlines uses as another slightly different airframe. And then of course you've got the IAEs. And then the 320, you've got the same thing, and 321. Probably the IAEs for me are nicer on the 321. But of course, then with the 321, you've also got the auxiliary fuel tank system you can install with, I think, 1 or 2 ACT tanks on the Phoenix. And if you do that, I mean, you can do pretty long flights, of course, with the 321. You could even take it across the pond, theoretically. There's not really any real-world airlines that do, probably, because I mean, it's a CEO, not a NEO, but you could do it. And of course, when we get the NEO and you start getting to the NEO LR and XLRs, then that happens a lot. So yeah, you have a lot of options with the Phoenix. The 320 is the base pack, and then you can buy the 19 and 21 as a separate bundle, or you can buy them all together, which is what I did. I don't think you get much of a discount, if any, if you buy them all together. That's what I remember, but yeah, you can choose to do that, or like I said, if you want to just get started, you can buy just the 320 base pack, and you can use BA Assist for free. So you know, that is another route into flight sim, as I was kind of discussing earlier. You know, should you start with Airbus or Boeing? Well, I think you can go either way now. I think it's really up to you what you want to get started with, what your budget is, what you're interested in flying. You know, whether, as I said, you know, TFM being a slightly probably more polished product, but I mean, yeah, there's really that choice there for you as a beginner now. You can do whatever you want. Really, if you want to start out in an Airbus, you can do that, and it's all going to work really well. So you know, I guess for those people who probably, you know, are always on the forums or whatever complaining about, oh, flight sim's so expensive, and you know, it's why do we only get these handful of aircraft and yada yada yada, you know. It's like, well, yeah, no worries, you can go and play something else then if you want. But you know, it's about it. You know what it's about? It's about actually going and doing something about it in a constructive way. You know, people seem to make out as though you just fire off. Why are people not advocating? Why are they not you know, speaking to developers? Do you not think that's been tried? I mean, there's a lot of simming developers. You can email, you can create tickets, you can complain. Nothing is going to happen, dude. Nothing is going to happen. What do you expect people to do? Are we going to have a BVI march and go to the headquarters of, you know, some company? But what was done with MSFS BA Assist is really impressive in my opinion, because you know, the dude really is invested in Airbus and really likes flying Airbus, and you know, enjoys Airbus logic and all this stuff, and he decided, fuck it, I'm going to find a way to do this. So he made the browser extensions. You know, he used a lot of Claude code to make BA Assist, and here we are. You know, so it's like, yeah, if you want to complain, then complain, but if you want to do something about it, then that's what's going to be really impressive. That's why I think BA Assist is so impressive. And yeah, you know, if you want to say flight sim's expensive, well, I mean, you really have a very easy way into flight simming. I mean, you can get MSFS on Game Pass. You can get the Phoenix A320. Let me check. How much is the A320? I forget. Base pack cost £49.99. So for £49.99, you can have a very complex aircraft. You can have the sim on Game Pass if you want to try it out. You can get BA Assist for free. Yeah, you're good to go. You can get first officer if you want a co-pilot. You don't need a co-pilot. You can use BA Assist. You know, again, it's really up to you. Yeah, that's all you need. And then, you know, if you want to branch out, you can. But I mean, it's honestly, flight simming's never been cheaper. The argument that it's so expensive just doesn't make sense to me. It's never been cheaper. I mean, sorry, it's a little bit of money, you know. I know not everyone, especially within the blind community, you know, obviously employment rates and discrimination and all this kind of stuff, and it really has an effect, and not everyone has the money to spare to do it, and so I understand, and that's, you know, that's really unfortunate and whatever, but I mean, you know, that's kind of the same thing with a lot of things, right? And flight simming, it's, if you want to do it properly, it's not a toy. It's not a toy. It is, you know, it's a serious simulation. This aircraft took years to develop. It's built off of ProSim, which is obviously a sim that you know, real world pilots are using. Real world pilots use this aircraft even in the sim to train. So, you know, yeah, it's not a toy. There will be some costs associated. I really don't get the comparisons that, you know, when you kind of see these posts and people will say, ah, yeah, but you know, something on Eurofly, you can fly all these different aircraft, and if I go to MSFS, then I can only fly, you know, so XYZ different aircraft. It's like, well, yeah, but you can't compare. This is a study level aircraft that would take you hundreds of hours to learn every intricacy of it, probably more. Eurofly or something like that is not, you know, it's not even the same, aiming at the same market, you know. So if you don't want to have to learn the intricacies of systems, or to learn the technical, the really technical aspects of aviation, and you think it's something you're just going to kind of want to sit back and, you know, enjoy for an hour or so here and there, then, you know, yeah, maybe it's not for you. Maybe it's not worth investing the money. Yeah, fair enough. And of course, there are still things in flight sim now that we're missing as blind pilots, right? I mean, sure, I get the argument that it would be nice to fly some of these default aircraft and even just sort of the general aviation aircraft with a little bit more precision. And BA Assist has been doing some things towards that, of course, with its landing assistance features, which are mainly designed for the Phoenix, but you could use with similar sort of sized jet aircraft, I suppose. But you know, there are things that give me sort of encouragement on that front. But I mean, for me, I'm not really interested in that, to be honest with you. I'm interested in airliners. I'm interested in operating your real world routes, you know, or operating for Vision, um, on VATSIM, you know, in these big events, or you know, flying from A to B. That's what I'm interested in. So that's why I'm you know, going to be very happy with this kind of Phoenix PMDG, you know, whatever, flying around. And I'm not so bothered that I can't fly a default aircraft, because the you know, they're not very good. They're better than they used to be, but they're still not very good. But sure, you know, I can see that side of it too, yeah. And we do need that, if possible. 130 miles. Okay. Alright, I'll be back in a minute, guys. So you have 130 miles still to descend. Right, I'm back. See where we are. So one of the things you can do with BA Assist is pull up this nice little location window. So you can see a lot more than just using something like geonames. So we are just flying over Turin, Italy. You can have a look at tourist landmarks. Looks like there's some stadiums. Parco di Via Togliatti. Something. Is that a stadium? I wonder what's what is the name of Juventus' stadium? Oh, okay. It's not. That's not the Juventus stadium. Might just be a park. I don't know. Lots of parks. Or something. Parco del Mauriziano. So we're not far from Turin Airport. Yeah, interesting. Okay. I think there was some Champions League matches on tonight. Actually, that's some results. Oh, Juventus won. Actually, they beat Galatasaray. Right, we only have 7 minutes until we are meant to descend, so we'll do that soon. And I expect we'll have no ATC. It's pretty late, so yeah. Right, time to descend. Set of FCU here, 3000. And then we're just going to push it in. And the aircraft will begin a gradual descent 1,000 feet a minute. And then it'll catch up with the vertical profile. And then we are medium auto brake and we'll be max reverse. Because as I said, it is a very short runway. Any of those engines properly spooling back down. Okay, so it's a bit longer than Simbrief was saying. It's probably a factor distance. It's 1,560 meters, 5,118 feet. So, yeah, not very long at all. And what you can do on the Phoenix is pull up your progress page, and then you can see your VDEV, so vertical deviation. This you can do on Boeings as well, but it just shows you in a text form kind of what you would see visually, so you can see, you know, how many hundreds of feet high or whatever you're getting, if you're getting high or low on profile. You know, it's going to fluctuate, but you want it to be pretty close. So like for me at the moment it says plus 1, so we're pretty much good on the profile. just slowing down to 250 for a speed restriction. And CRFCU automatically changed. So of course this is another debate with the Airbus. So one of the nice things of course is you can leave it in managed speed, which means if you activate the approach phase and everything, then when you bring out the flaps it will automatically slow down and it will automatically decelerate at a set point when it thinks is the correct time. You can say maybe I've spent so long in Boeing, I don't know. Me personally, I don't trust it, I don't like it, especially on final approach. I tend to find that it slows down too late. And of course, if you're on VATSIM in a busy environment anyway, they're going to give you a lot of speed instructions normally. So normally, once I've activated the approach phase and I'm ready to sort of start slowing down and bringing flaps out, I will just go selected speed, i.e. pull it out, and then handle the speed myself. But yeah, I mean, if you're flying the Phoenix and you're interested, then you can obviously try also leaving it in managed, and it will do an okay job. But yeah, that's personal preference. Okay, now we've got to slow down even more to 230 knots. It's quite a long arrival, this. I assume they would probably give you a direct in real life, but yeah, I guess we'll just fly the whole thing. Alright, I'm just going to take control of the speed there, and passing through 10,000. We're still at 230, which is fine. And we're going to go here, and we're going to go and just activate our approach phase. We'll set local pressure. Lawrence Division 2 Delta skiers inbound Romeo Quebec 423, they're making the right turn round ILS 05 plus. There's going to be no one around here, pretty much. Start slowing down here to 210. flaps 1. So we are 17 miles out. Arm approach mode. Now in the Airbus you don't need to turn on the second autopilot. I assume they would in real life for redundancy, but you don't need to, like you do with Command B in the 7.3. Missed approaches, some kind of big right turn or something, and then up to 4,000. So 4,000 is the missed approach altitude. Yeah, looking good. So 9 miles out, we're on glide slope. I'm going to set our missed approach altitude just in case. We're going to be dropping the gear here in a minute because this thing, yeah, I agree, gear down, let's go. This thing is being a twat on the speed. It's a 319, so it's pretty slippery. We'll be alright. Flaps 2. Just coming through 180 knots, 5.0 miles from the runway. So we have enough time. full. And we are, yeah, we're good, we're stable. Let's get it. Reverse. Okay. Well, we'll just park anywhere. Right. Should be good to switch over to ground power or APU power. Pretty good. I'm actually being deboarded by GSX, so sure. What was our landing VS? Negative 292. Yeah, pretty good, pretty good. Considering it's such a short runway, and it's a 319, the smashy 319. It's pretty good. And we're being deboarded with GSX apparently. Fair enough. Fair enough. So yeah, that was alright. That was pretty nice, I would say, for an arrival. And I can't really complain. Pretty fun. Make sure we just submit this. Okay. Yeah, very cool. So yeah, that's gonna do it. Thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll be back soon. Guess we'll see.